Can you identify ions versus isotopes? Remember that ions differ by the number of electrons and isotopes differ by the number of neutrons. All right, first up, is this an ion or is this an isotope? These are two atoms of aluminum and they both share the same number of protons but have different number of neutrons, which means they're going to have different atomic masses. These are examples of isotopes. What about this diagram? You can see on the left here we have 3 electrons and 3 protons. On the right we have 3 protons and 4 electrons. So is this an ion or isotope? This is an example of an ion being formed. What about here? Is this an ion or an isotope? This is kind of hard to tell. If you look here, we're adding an electron here in this outermost orbital, which means these are ions. What about between these two atoms? Are they ions or isotopes? You can see both have 8 protons. However, this one has 2 more neutrons than this one. So this is an example of an isotope. What about here? Are these ions or isotopes? You can see there's only 1 electron here and here. This one also has an extra neutron. So these are examples of isotopes. What's an example of this? Is this an ion or isotope? You can see sodium here losing an electron and becoming positive, which means this is an example of an ion. Let's take a look at these two atoms. Is this an example of an ion or an isotope? You can see both have 3 protons. This one has 5 neutrons while this one has 3. We can see here there's 3 electrons, so this is an isotope.